Welcome to Chainlink Live, everyone. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Chainlink Live. My name is Andy Boyan from Chainlink Labs. I'm here with Amarnath Reddy from Nord Finance, and we're going to talk about Nord DeFi, their yield-bearing platform. It's multi-chain. It's on Ethereum and BSC. Amarnath, it's great to have you here. Why don't you start off and introduce yourself to the audience and introduce us to Nord? What's special about Nord, and how does it set itself apart?
Yeah, thank you very much, Andy, for inviting me today onto this YouTube live. So myself, Amarnath, CEO of Nord Finance. So I've been into this industry from 2017. I was like working by profession, electrical engineer, working in Middle East oil and gas industry, and then got introduced into this cryptocurrency in 2017 by one of the close friend, and then I started exploring about Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then got my interest into the blockchain and cryptocurrency, especially the kind of revolutionary mechanism happening with respect to the perception of the money. Whatever I was having before coming into crypto or blockchain totally got changed after coming into this thing. And also in 2018, we kind of started a small crypto hedge company in India called Amarnath, and I was co-founder there and taking care of operation research of different kind of blockchain entities, early stage startups. So we ran this Amarnath for it is still running, but like I was there for till last September 2020, like for 2 years. We were doing it very well. The basic crypto hedge companies take user funds into centralized exchange, and then we manage their funds into different kind of investment strategies and build their portfolio. So that ran very well. And then I also have my close friend, Mr. Jignesh Vasha, who is happened to be my co-founder and taking care of technology part. So we used to discuss about a lot of financial things, especially related to the blockchain, because he has a lot of experience with respect to the coding, building smart contracts, and also having financial applications built on Hyperledger, Tezos blockchain, and also Ethereum. So we used to discuss about bringing this kind of crypto hedge company, which is like kind of custodial onto the central exchanges, onto a decentralized world. So we wanted to bring some kind of advisory product onto the decentralized finance world, which is like very to try into the market. And then we thought of forming Nord Finance. So to enter into the market, so we thought of launching our savings protocol, which is similar to yield optimization protocol from different lending platforms. And then our Nord advisory product is going to also come very soon. So the basic idea of Nord Finance is like whatever the products are there on traditional finance, we wanted to build on to decentralized world. So to simply call it as like investment banking on decentralized finance. So if you see our product portfolio also, so we have very simple and reasonable products to represent onto traditional finance, like savings, like advisory, and like loans. So basically, if you closely see, they are like representing onto the traditional finance with respect to banking, savings, or mutual funds, or hedge company, or like different kind of loans required for the user's requirement. So we also wanted to build our protocol onto a multi-chain compatible. Like as you see, Ethereum is being bombarded with a lot of price appreciation, and also gas fees are getting killed with like excitement. Basically, the small investors are not able to participate into the DeFi protocol advantages. So we initially we wanted to build because the liquidity is more on Ethereum, so we wanted to build on Ethereum and then start from there. And then we are also like building our protocol on Binance Chain and Polygon and other blockchains, which can give low transaction fees and then high kind of speed. So our savings protocol is going to live very soon on Binance Chain, our staking platform, and other things are already live on Binance Chain. So we are also internally testing on Polygon, so which is very hard thing right now happening in the market. So we are also going to launch on Polygon very soon. We are talking to Polygon core team to kind of build this liquidity bridge from Polygon to Ethereum. So we are doing our internal test in coordination with Polygon from very long time. So we hope we are going to solve whatever the internal testing requirements are there, and then going to launch it very soon.
Great. So you mentioned the advisory product. I wanted to dig in a little bit on that. A couple of years ago, robo advisors were all the rage in fintech, where a user puts in kind of their desired risk model, how much they want to earn, how much they have, and then it would spit out, throw this percent in savings and this percent into assets and this percent into an index fund or something like that, and it would kind of tell you. Is that the same sort of thing that you guys are talking about? And how is yours different or the same?
Yeah, it's actually the same thing, which is happening on fintech world and traditional finance. So the robo advisory, by which means you take user funds like mutual funds you call, or hedge funds you call. You take user funds in the form of USD in traditional finance, and then build their portfolio from there based on their risk appetite. Like some people might willing to take little bit more risk based on their requirements and then long-term goals or short-term goals, and some people wanted to have low kind of risk. So for example, if a person wanted to stay invested for a long time, maybe he can risk a little bit more and then try to optimize his returns. And then some person wanted to stay into the investment for shorter time. It is not advisable to take higher risk. So it is always better to take lower risk and then lower return. So based on their risk appetite and risk capabilities and also the time horizon, so it always investment strategies differs based on the user's profile. So that is what happening in the fintech robo advisory especially. So we were also doing like in Ameston Asset for last 2 years the similar thing, but it is on like centralized exchange. Like user has to do their funds into the custodial into our custody, and then we start building their portfolio. So we wanted to make this into a non-custodial and a more transparent and permissionless way of decentralized finance. So that is the reason we are like very, very excited about launching this product. If you see whole DeFi industry, this kind of product is very rare to find. Like we wanted to take this early mover advantage of building this product. So we are already like doing our research and then building this kind of protocol very soon.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, and it makes a lot of sense. Can you tell me like some examples of different levels of risk that Nord might use for this? So when I think about lowest risk, I think about if my funds are in a stable coin and I stick them in a money market and they are just there and they earn what, at a bank, it would be 0.1%. In DeFi, it's whatever, 5, 6, 10%. But that's still pretty low risk. And then what are some other things above that, like token staking or LP staking, or I don't know what else there is as well? Am I thinking in the right lines?
Yeah. So yeah, with respect to the lowest risk, whichever user can take, like the lowest risk means preserving the capital, whatever he invested, he should not lose. That is the lowest risk anyone can have. So if you see the savings protocol, that is what we are doing. Basically, we are taking the assets of users into USDT form. So we are guaranteeing their capital is preserved. So over that, we are going to build their portfolio from very, very reputed and high liquid lending protocols like Compound and Aave, or maybe Venus protocol on Binance chain. So basically, this means the user's risk is like limited, you can say negligible, and then they always try to earn also very, very reasonable amount of yield from this savings protocol, at least better than what bank is giving. Like now, for example, we are getting around 9 or 10% of APY from different lending protocols. So over that, we are also giving some kind of liquidity rewards from the our liquidity mining reward program. So which is adding up additional APY for the user. So on average, we are giving around 50% APY on the stable coin, which is like very, very high. But yeah, so their capital is always preserved. So when it comes to the other part, like the actual robo advisory product, which works on principles of investing into different crypto assets. So we are concentrating on to investing on crypto assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, or any other different crypto asset based on the backtesting data which is available for us. So we are more concentrating on pure crypto assets investment, like not like LP or any other volatile markets basically. So we categorize them into different risk levels or different kind of asset categories like high cap, the mid cap or low cap kind of funds, and then we make him into different baskets, into different crypto assets into different baskets, and then start taking them into users' investment strategies based on their different risk profiles.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, it's really interesting how we can automate these non-custodial solutions now. People have so much choice. Somebody's got a great question I wanted to bring up here, talking about Nord specifically. How does Nord's approach for yield optimization differ from Yearn? Like Yearn's, kind of the understood aggregator. Seems like you guys got some of your own products as well. What are some of the differences to help people understand this?
We wanted to be very user friendly. We wanted to onboard the users at ease of, there is no hassle for the users basically, and also we wanted to build our protocol on Binance Chain and Polygon also. So if you see Yearn, it is available only on Ethereum, and they have a lot of complicated products for the users to understand. So again, there is no choice for the user to easily choose the product when there is a lot of choices from the platform. So we wanted to make it very simple, and then also user friendly, and also be available on different chains. So we get that advantage of having liquidity from all the platforms, and also we are concentrating more on the retail investors, because if you see Ethereum gas fees are killing basically to onboard the retail investors, which is like really hurdle for the users to enter into this kind of DeFi protocol. So that is the reason we started exploring onto the side chains like BSC and Polygon, by which we give opportunity for the retail investors to come on board and then start enjoying this hassle-free environment into the yield optimization.
Now, Josh just dropped a question about sort of marketing and customer outreach as well in the chat that I wanted to ask you about, because something I saw on your website was about your approach to gas. Are you guys doing, like you're covering some of the gas fees for some users in some cases? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so this is basically, we are calling it as zero transaction fees, by which we wanted to integrate that users basically onboard based on the blockchain, by which they have to hold their blockchain token. For example, like on Ethereum, user has to interact with our protocol. He has to hold Ethereum into his MetaMask or whatever the wallet is interacting, similar to Binance and also BNB. So we wanted to, for example, sometimes maybe user might not have that if sufficient gas fee available into his wallet, and then he start going to the different places and try to buy it from there, and then again deposit into his wallet. So what we wanted to do is take that transaction fee from the deposit which they are doing, like the stable coin, for example, is depositing $100 into the protocol. So if gas fee is like $1, so that $1 is being deducted from the deposit and then automatically adjusted in the final APY. So that is what we wanted to do, and we are going to launch this integration on Binance Chain very soon, so that user may not require to have their BNB into their wallet when they are interacting into our protocol. So they simply have their stable coin in their wallet and then directly interact with our protocol. The transaction fees are automatically taken care by us.
That's really interesting. I feel like that's one of the barriers when I look at other chains, and it's easy to get a wallet set up through MetaMask or whatever you use, but then you have nothing. I have no no money for gas in there, and so you have to borrow it from a friend, or you have to get it from a centralized exchange. You have to figure that out. So that's a really interesting technique. I'd be really interested to see how that goes. Thank you for the question, Josh. Hey everyone, this is Chainlink Live. My name is Andy Boyan with Chainlink Labs. We're talking to Nord Finance, which most of you seem to know because you're asking great questions that we appreciate here. I wanted to ask you a question about being on, I mean, Ethereum is clearly like it's a huge DeFi market. That's where the liquidity is. And then you've also moved to BSC. Now you're talking to Polygon and working on moving over there. What kind of reactions are you getting? People, are there different audiences and different users on each chain, or is it just do whatever you can to scale because fundamentally the user experience is needed?
No, we are choosing our next chain of implementation very carefully. because as a DeFi protocol, we need liquidity also available onto the market. So we can't simply launch our protocol where there is no liquidity. So if you see the a trend also, like after Ethereum, Binance chain started getting the lot of liquidity into the DeFi protocol. Main reason for being the high gas fees on Ethereum, and then recently, last like 2 or 3 months, Polygon started building their like building their DApps at very aggressively. If you see Aave, Curve, and other biggest lending platforms and DeFi protocols are also onboarding onto Polygon. So our strategy is to basically try to give user the best and simplistic user experience, and wherever the liquidity is available, we wanted to build our protocol. So that is our strategy.
Yeah, I've been talking to Polygon and Aave as well. We just had a recent user roundtable. People can check that out on the Chainlink YouTube as well, talking about that bridge and what scale is bringing DeFi projects. And it's growing the ecosystem. It's letting the ecosystem grow for users. Josh has another question. Can you briefly explain the Nord Finance mechanism and what you need to use it? Like, what should somebody do to get started? What's the kind of like the first couple of steps to get going on Nord?
You mean to say the product, how user will enter into the DeFi protocol?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So basically, it is like any other DeFi protocol which is available onto the market. So basically, user will open our app, basically, which is available on app.notfinance.io. So once he open, and he can choose which network he wanted, because we are already live on both Binance and then Ethereum. So we have a small toggle button given for the users to choose which network they can interact with. So if he choose like Ethereum, then on MetaMask or whatever the wallet is interacting with our protocol, so the respective blockchain has to be selected, and then based on their user funds, so you can simply start investing into the savings protocol with like 3 or 4 steps. So it is not very complicated, even for the non-tech or non-savvy user. Also, you can simply come and then use our simplistic UI and then start interacting with our protocol. And we also have very clear step user guides available onto our website. So if somebody stuck somewhere, so definitely they can go through our detailed user guide, where it is step-by-step process where they can simply start interacting with our protocol.
We'll have all the links to Nord's websites down below in the YouTube description. You can find them now, but don't leave. Stay here. We've got a couple more questions, but you can go check those out. I also, if you're Googling and new to DeFi, I just want to recommend a guy. This is a personal recommendation. Is this guy named DeFi Dad? His name's Travis, and he makes a really great series of videos just about really basic how to get a wallet set up, how to get it funded, how to start interacting with many protocols. Just if for new people, go ahead and check those out.
Yeah, I recommend that one, definitely.
Yeah, he's great. Amarnath, how is Nord using Chainlink? So I know you guys are using Chainlink price feeds for oracles. What exactly are the prices you're getting, and what do those do?
Yeah, right now we already integrated Chainlink price feeds onto our Ethereum savings protocol. So basically, all the price feeds of different USDT, USDC, and DAI are being feeded into our protocol, and then our total TVL is being calculated from there. And then same thing we are going to do on our BSC launch also. But the main use case which Chainlink price feeds come into picture is our robo advisory, because if you see the savings protocol, it is simple stable coins, and which has not much volatility with respect to price changes, but still it is better to have a stable price feeds into this protocol. Always good to have it. So we implemented and integrated that. And then when it comes to robo advisory, as we are going to invest into different kind of crypto assets also, like I said earlier, like Bitcoin, Ethereum, or any other crypto asset, so we definitely required very secure and reliable price feeds onto our protocol, by which we can kind of invest into different crypto assets based on that price feed. So that is very important for us to have the Chainlink integration into our protocol. So that is the reason we choose the best of price oracles which is available in the market, and we are very happy to like have strategic partnership with you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm super excited. If it's secured by Chainlink, the prices are right. So I'm happy to see that as well. We've got a bunch of great questions coming in. So I do want to ask you about your roadmap in the future, and we have a couple more minutes, but let's get to a couple more user questions. Everyone, we won't have time for everyone just due to time constraints, but Nord has a Telegram group, and Nord has all sorts of website and social properties that you can see down there that I will encourage everyone to join. Let's start with this one. Philip is asking, how does your advisor choose what strategies to go into? Is it AI? Is it automated responses? Like what is that process?
It is not AI. Basically we are like acting as a fund manager for the DeFi protocol. So we will be having our own strategies. So it is not given everything into the hands of the smart contract. So in the backend we will be handling the strategies basically based on the lot of backtesting data. So basically the profitable strategies are based on the users requirement. So users, when they are onboarding into the advisory protocol, they can choose what kind of objective they have. For example, if a user has only 3 months or 4 months or 6 months investment strategy, then they can choose that basket of the products which we wanted to give into the investment strategy. And maybe somebody wants to invest into for the long term kind of financial objectives. So we wanted to categorize into 3 different financial objectives, like long term, mid term, and short term. Maybe we may give different names in future once we are close to the launch, but this is the basic idea. So users can decide into the different financial objectives. Based on that, our inbuilt fund manager based investment strategies will come into picture. So these things will have to manage it by us. So it is very difficult to build a AI based investment strategies onto the DeFi protocol. So it is really complicated also. So for the users benefit and for the fund benefit, so it is always better to have experienced investment strategies based on the fund manager to be available onto the platform.
Let's start with transaction scale, and then we'll move up to full computational scale and everything. But thank you for the question, Philip. Philip, I think you had another question about what is Nord, what needs is it designed to meet? I think that answered that question as well. And if not, you can rewind back a little bit later and check this, because this video will be up on Chainlink's official YouTube channel in perpetuity. So feel free to come back to that. Amarnath, what is next kind of in the 3-month, end of the year sort of roadmap for Nord?
Yeah, so we have our roadmap available on our website. So whatever we promised on Q1, so we have delivered it. And the only pending product which is going to be live very soon on BSC, the savings protocol. So like within a week or so, we are going to launch it. So we are also bringing some fundamental changes into this protocol, which is already live on Ethereum. So on BSC launch, there will be a lot of fundamental changes with respect to the savings protocol. So we are giving our long-term holders an opportunity to give best APYs based on their holding capacity. And then we also wanted to have this different tier kind of system where users can have their different APYs based on their tier system. So that will be the fundamental change which is going to come on the BSC. So after that, we are going to very soon launch on Polygon, which is also due like in the month of mostly June, first or second week. So like I said, we are doing our internal testing with coordination with Polygon developers by having liquidity bridge between the Polygon and Ethereum. So that is going to also come very soon. Then after that, as I said, like robo advisory, which is going to come very soon. So we are doing our internal research, internal strategy development, and internal strategic partnership onboarding process also is going on. So once that is there, so we are going to launch our advisory product also in coming months. So this is like in next quarter, I can say savings protocol on BSC, savings protocol on Polygon, and then initial version of robo advisory also going to come. And then later we have our Nord loans, and then swaps also, which are like on our product portfolio, are going to come in coming quarters.
You got a lot this year.
Yeah, a lot of.
So you're not going to sleep, but that's you're going to get stuff done. Somebody else earlier had asked about marketing as well, and I scrolled the Twitter feed, and you guys are doing AMAs all over the place, and you're doing this and that. So there's a lot going on. Congratulations to you. The race is not yet over. Keep going. To everybody who joined us, thank you for coming. Thank you for your questions. Mark, my man in the chat, I appreciate you being here and dropping those links. We'll have this video up in on Chainlink YouTube for in perpetuity. So please feel free to share with your friends. Amarnath, thank you for being here to talk about Nord with us.
Thank you very much for this opportunity to talk on Chainlink official website, and thank you very much for this time also.
Yeah, my pleasure. Everyone, join the Nord Finance Telegram and social channels. Follow Chainlink and the Chainlink Discord. Join the Discord. Join the Telegram. Like and subscribe. We've got many more Q&As like this and all sorts of video content that we're always doing. Again, my name is Andy Boyan with Chainlink Labs. This has been Chainlink Live. Thanks, everyone, for coming. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.